Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Paul again, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
They intercepted. First down for the offense. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier is going to remember that.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for room. It's Frazier. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Love the play call on the RPO. And you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throwing around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Motion from the offense. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Trying to pound it in. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they moved the ball 37 yards on the drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. sending the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Sheffield. Touchdown, Georgia! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can win with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks and balls in the air. Team coordinator's got to love it.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. First and goal from the 3. Slams it ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Ewers. It's complete. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the gun, give on the inside. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sheffield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Moving away from pressure. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Throws for the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there. Down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
They'll go to the ground, and he could not get loose on the run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's going to pass on second down. Caught on the outside, it's Golden. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down in bounds, that's really impressive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
On that last third down play, if you're going to go draw, the quarterback's got to do a better job selling pass. I think he was just a little bit too quick getting the ball to the running back, and now here we are, fourth down.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
To throw, it's Ewers. Unloads to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They were really starting to put a drive together after a couple of incompletions. Now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They want to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. On the move, it's Blue. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to go up top on first down. Going over the top. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
You got to give kudos to this defense. They are so well coached up. How about the awareness and the ability to play with great eye discipline? They located the football. They located that receiver on the jet sweep and were able to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll bring it back. It's Golden. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Spits it out to the back. It's complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Ewers. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab right along the sideline for the 2-point conversion. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
You start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The give to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's looking on the right side. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Evans. He found his man and zipped it in there. They've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Dogs! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Georgia, 36. Texas, 15.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Quickly complete.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Longhorns are on the move. They'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Blue. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Offense about to reel off its seventh play of the drive. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him. And that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll come out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That last completion still leaving them with a third down. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
To the end zone and is picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Ewers. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking the shot. And he's thrown another interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT almost put this one away. We're
ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? The back goes in motion. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Etienne. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stopping.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Dude. You didn't think it could be any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense in an empty set. To the air, it's Ewers. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happens. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling its way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're